to be the person who makes that place better, care for the people of that place. Be ambitious in this way and take to heart these memorable words from, of course, Martha Berry. The pursuit of easy things makes us weak. It's the pursuit of difficult things that make us strong. Class of 2022, my cap is off to you. By all means, use well the gift of your education, and may God bless you in the years to come.
It is my pleasure to introduce our student commencement speaker this morning. Alexander Dalton comes from Knoxville, Tennessee. He is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science, majoring in accounting and finance, and is a summa cum laude graduate with a 4.0 GPA average. Alex has excelled in academics, work, and service while at Berry. Alex entered Berry as a football player for 2 seasons, has been an accountant for enterprise development, and helped the shipyard develop its accounting procedures. Alex served as treasurer of the Berry Accounting Association, vice president of the Berry Investment Group, as well as assisted in establishing the Berry Cryptocurrency and Blockchain Association. He was a member of the financial literacy team, which equips freshmen with budget and credit card management skills. He is a member of Sigma Delta Pi and served as the treasurer for the club. Alex has been inducted into Beta Gamma Sigma and Phi Kappa Phi. He is a recipient of the Stephen J. Cage Premier Business Scholar Award, as well as the recipient of the Georgia Society of Public Accountants Award. Alexander truly lives out our mission of integrating the head, the heart, and the hands. Following graduation, Alex will be moving back to Knoxville to pursue a career in insurance and investment at New York Life. Please join me in welcoming our student commencement speaker, Alexander Clay Dalton.
I'm going to start off with a picture. Let me begin by first stating that I am both honored and humbled to be speaking at such an important event. An important event not only to the people in caps and gowns, but to the people in the audience as well. The support given by each member in the crowd has helped us get to the finish line, and I'm glad that the results of your continued efforts and support have come to fruition. Last Monday, I took the last undergraduate class of my life. Having had 2 presentations that day, and wanting to soak in the feeling of being done, I drove back to my apartment and laid down to decompress. Approximately 2 minutes after I began to doze off, I received a call from a phone number in Rome, Georgia, so I answered it, and it was Dean Taylor. She prefaced it by saying, "This is a good phone call." However, she then told me to sit down so I could brace myself. I told her I had already had her beat. I was laying down. That one's for the people who know me. As she began to explain to me the process that turned into me standing up here today, 18-year-old introverted Alex began to resurface. I could play sports in front of countless people, but I was not confident enough in myself to talk in front of 10. However, I realized that the experiences that I had had at Berry had changed me, morphed me into a more confident and comfortable person. It must be something in the Chick-fil-A here. On a more serious note, to the families and friends of our graduates, thank you for being here today to celebrate this special occasion. To my fellow classmates, congratulations. Let's give them a round of applause. My fellow graduates, I will bet that a myriad of emotions are running through your brain right now. Fear, excitement, joy, anxiety, and many more. And those are only natural. But what causes us to feel that way? I believe that the common factor behind all of those emotions, both good and bad, is the unknown. It is that which we don't know that scares us, but piques our curiosity. It is that which we don't know that keeps us up late one night but wakes us up early another morning, for we do not know what the day may bring. It is the uncertainty of our futures that scare us, but the possibilities are equally as exciting. And I am here to tell you that it is okay that you don't know things. I'm confident that every person who walks across this stage today is well educated, is a wealth of knowledge, and will do well in life. However, I'm even more confident that not a single person that walks across this stage today, heck, even on this massive campus right now, has it all figured out. The acknowledgement and acceptance that we, as 21 and 22-year-olds, simply cannot have all the pieces to the puzzle right now will help alleviate those emotions caused by the unknown. The people here supporting you will not just cease their support. As we traverse through the unknowns of life, I am confident that those surrounding us will continue to be great resources to help us figure out this life thing. They care about us. I know they do because it's windy, early, and for some, it was a really long drive to get here. And I also know it to be true because they have all made sacrifices in some form or another for us to attend Berry College. If nothing else from my speech today sticks, please remember to say thank you to your family and friends. I also think the Berry community in general is a very caring place. Whenever someone asks me to describe Berry, I start by mentioning that it has the biggest campus in the world, because what else would I start with? I also tell them that everyone, students, faculty, and staff alike, care. Everyone that I have interacted with in my 4 years here is intentional about their passions and how they treat others. I want to tell two brief stories about my exposure to care and compassion on this campus. During orientation, I decided that I wanted to both switch majors and add a minor. There was initial confusion around my course schedule, and I was uncertain that it was going to work out well. As I was about to walk into the registrar's office, Associate Provost David Slade saw my visible concern and approached me. He then sat down with me and my parents and helped us craft a more viable course schedule, as well as taking me into his BCC class to continue his direct guidance. It was after I had turned in my schedule that I realized that he was late to a speaking event during orientation, all to be intentional with helping one student figure out their first semester in college. If you knew me at the onset of COVID, the second story might sound familiar to you. About 2 or 3 weeks after COVID interrupted our spring semester of 2020, my brother Patrick got extremely sick. It was the most uncertain time in my life. In total, he spent about a month and a half in the hospital and was on life support for a majority of it. Many friends and teachers reached out to me, asking for updates and giving support. However, there are two people in particular whose continued support stuck out the most to me. The first was the support of Coach Konchesky, the head football coach of a team from which I retired a semester before, and the second was Dr. Frank Stevenson, whom I do not think I had ever met in person at that point. Both men had no direct obligation to check in on me as much as they did, but serving as leaders of Berry, they went above and beyond in their continued support. The tone starts at the top, and I'm confident that the support and care from the Berry community will last for as long as we live. And if we are able to make it through such an event as COVID, we can certainly weather the storms of life that will come our way. I will end with one of my favorite verses, one that has allowed me to fight through some of the hardest times in my life. Hebrews 11:1 says, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not seen." And for another quote regarding uncertainty, a wise man named Benjamin Franklin once said, "In this world, nothing is certain but death and taxes." We must keep these things in mind, for it is on our Creator that we must depend in times of uncertainty. But let me make an amendment to Franklin's quote. Nothing is certain but death, taxes, and the Berry College class of 2022 finding success. Go forth and do great things, and please know that you have support through the unknown. And when you begin to get a handle on life, perpetuate the same atmosphere of care and compassion by offering such to those around you. And lastly, congratulations, you have earned this. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Well done for an accountant. You even had an accounting joke there at the end. We like that. So.